The President's first stop in Fort Worth is the Roundup Inn at Amon Carter Square, where he will address a huge gathering of Jim Wright Congressional Club members before coming here to the Daniel Meyer Coliseum on the TCU campus. It is here at this Coliseum where the President will highlight graduation ceremonies and be awarded an honorary Doctor of Laws degree. Mr. Johnson's address to the graduating and postgraduate classes and their guests is scheduled to concern itself with current unrest among students on college campuses. Work at the Coliseum has been harried, and preparations are continuing through the last minutes because of the late confirmation of the first visit to Fort Worth by Lyndon Baines Johnson since that fateful day of November 1963. Despite the problems involved, the Coliseum, TCU, and Fort Worth are ready to receive the President of the United States. Bob Gooding from Daniel Meyer Coliseum in Fort Worth for Channel 8 News.
When I appeared before the Senate and the House Finance Committees, I emphasized the need for the National Guard to have in its inventory of weapons more non-lethal equipment. For example, we needed to purchase riot batons, which is a non-lethal weapon but very efficient and effective in controlling isolated groups of disorderly people. In addition, I emphasized the need for a low-velocity weapon, such as the riot shotgun. With this weapon, the National Guard has a choice of rounds. We can use light birdshot to inflict minimum wounds or casualties and use a heavier charge in the case it is indicated. I'd like to once again emphasize, as I did to the committees, that we have no positive intelligence that civil disorder will occur in Texas this summer. However, it is our duty as the Military Force of Texas to be prepared to meet civil disorder wherever it might occur in our state.
Bergman continues to show his cynical disregard of the election code, and his conduct yesterday was in direct violation of the law. Many reliable witnesses have reported that Mr. Bergman went up and down the voting lines in the Democratic primary runoff, shaking hands with the people in line and asking them to vote in the special election runoff for place 4. As an attorney, Bergman was certainly fully aware of the fact that he was violating the law.
I'm going to try to make the best that I can. I don't know. I can't say that I would, be on top of everything, but I'm going to try to do the best I can. I think I like to work enough to do my best in it, being dedicated toward it and whatever.
Looking at the future, have you decided on any particular field of police work you'd like to go to?
Well, recently I was even thought of for being out here exposed to work. I think I like the investigation section,
Oh, yes, and so would I. I think I'd be interested in it also.
What does investigations hold for you in the way of, why do you like it?
Well, it seems like a very interesting career, It's dealing a lot with people, and it takes a lot of mind work and not less physical work.
You're the first set of Negro twins that has ever worked on the Dallas Police Force. Do you think this puts you on the spot? Are people watching you?
Well, I'll say it has gotten us a lot more attention than we normally would have gotten under normal circumstances.
I believe now, with the hiring of the twins, exemplified the type of officers we're after. With this local talent, both being born and reared here in Dallas, with the exception of the military, I think this will help our recruiting image some.
President Johnson, tonight here at the Roundup Inn, in a light, obviously unencumbered mood, told nearly 2,000 anxious supporters that this is a world of change, and we want change for the better, not to be burdened by ancient enemies. He said he owed Fort Worth a visit from 4 years ago. Had he come then, he said, he would have offered promises. But tonight, he could list performances, and he did.
For employers and businessmen, the past 7 years, the last 87 months, in fact, have had no parallel in all of American history. 8 uninterrupted years of prosperity without a single dip, recession, depression, or whatnot.
So much done, he said, but so much left to do. And after thanking the city, he and his entourage rushed over to Daniel Meyer Coliseum on the TCU campus.
I appreciate and I am delighted to be welcomed into the fraternity of educated men. I may even apply for a Fulbright scholarship, although I'm not very hopeful of my chances. No one can come to TCU without paying homage to its great quarterbacks, like Sammy Ball and Davy O'Brien. Fort Worth is known as the home of great quarterbacks. And so is the national capital, Washington. The only difference is that your quarterbacks play on Saturday, and ours do their work on Monday mornings. It is a time to widen the opportunities for excellence. It is a time to widen the opportunities for service in public affairs. And I have tried to do this in a number of ways. Through VISTA, the Volunteers in Service to America, where young men and women help those who need it most. Through the White House Fellows Program, through the recognition of presidential scholars from every state in the Union, and not least, through going out to the college campuses and finding and using the best young talent that is available for service in our government. And now, I believe that we should extend the range of young people's participation in public life. I believe that we should move forward now to grant the vote to 18-year-olds